Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Rob. In today's video I'm going to talk about jump starters, the little portable ones that you can get, what you need to know, what you need to consider when getting one, because until recently I didn't realize how much there was to know about jump starters, and I recently started having a problem with a portable jump starter that I'm having, that I did a review on about a year ago when I first started the channel. And I just did an update video on this jump starter because it has let me down 3 times now since Christmas. I'm not complaining too much about it and the fact that it let me down, because I didn't get it because of the jump starter. I mainly got it because I needed an air compressor and to blow up tires on my bike, and just to have an air compressor when I needed it, because when it gets really cold sometimes with certain tires you need to add some air with anything. So I mainly needed a compressor, and I saw the Stanley Power It 2-in-1, where it's a jump starter and an air compressor, plus it also has 3 USB ports and like a wall plug. And it was only $100, so I'm like, you know what, I'll get it, because I didn't have a set of jumper cables, and I was like, okay, well, if I buy an air compressor and a set of jumper cables, I'll end up spending that much anyways. So I'm like, I'll get it. And it served me well as an air compressor, and I used the USB outlets once or twice. One of the times we lost power and needed to charge our phone. So the thing has served me well, and I honestly don't know if it's something with the new cars compared to the old cars, because one thing I learned is there's different jump starters that will work with different vehicles, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But to get to the point where I'm, because of the stuff I've learned during research in new jump starters, because I eventually want to get a new portable jump starter, I learned there was a lot to consider when buying one, and there's a lot of different ones that you need to consider what vehicle you have, what you're going to use it on. Like I said, I'll get that in a minute. But anyways, I have a V8 Silverado, and I don't know if it's the newer cars. I had a 16 before this, and I think the 16 is the one I had to use it on before the 19. But it's pretty much the same thing, and like I said, I don't know if it's the way the newer starters are and all that stuff, because with the newer starters, let's just say you remote start it, or you forget it's running and you turn the key. It won't do anything like the older cars did. If anybody has an older car and they know they turn it on, turn the key while it's running, it'll make a grinding noise, or it doesn't do that. And if you're trying to start a car and it's not starting right away, you have to hold the key down. With the newer vehicles, with at least mine anyways, you can quickly turn the key and let it go, and it'll still start up, and it won't stop it from starting. So I don't know if something with the new starter uses less power or what. So anyways, with the problem, I don't know if it's with the jump starter itself, or failing, or if it's just the cars. So the one car I tried to start, it was a V6, and I think that one might have been just so dead because it literally, we tried jump starting with jumper cables and it wouldn't do anything, and then I tried my jump box and it was at least getting it to turn over, and all that stuff. So I don't know what the problem is with that, why I didn't start the vehicle and whatnot. The next two vehicles were V8s, and the one vehicle didn't do anything, didn't even try to turn it over, and the other vehicle is another V8, and it tried to start up, but like I said, it started my V8 up fine. So I really don't know if it's the jump starter itself, or as far as if the unit's filled and it just doesn't have enough power to start them anymore, and that it's just no good, or if it's just too much for the vehicles I got. And the reason I say that is I've done a lot of research. So I'm going to use one particular brand in it, for example. So there's this one particular brand, and all I'm saying is do your research, figure out what kind of car you have, if you're just going to use it on yourself for emergencies, if you're going to use it to help out your friends, or even random people when you're at a grocery store and someone's dead. You need to figure that out, and I'll explain why after I explain everything about these jump starters. So I'm going to use one particular brand in particular because I've watched some videos on it, I've looked at their website, and I've looked at the different jump starters. So this one particular, but just go look at other brands, just do your research, see what's going to be best for you. This particular brand is the most affordable for pretty much anybody that they can afford. I think the one I'm thinking about getting is $186, but you can get them for around, I think maybe less than 100, between 100 and 200, depending on what vehicle you're going to need it for. So the Gulu, they got a couple ones. They got like a 1700 one that says like a Gulu 1700, and that one will start up to an 8-liter engine, gas engine. So what you got to consider is, like, so if you have, let's just say, a V6, most likely it's going to be like a 3-point-something liter. I don't know much about the liter part of it. I know V6, V8, diesels, V10, stuff like that. I know what Ford has for diesel engines, what Chevy has. I know they have like a, so I'm going to give you examples on like what you need to look for. So the 1701 has up to an 8-liter gas and 6.0 for diesel. So one thing you need to consider is, like, a lot of the newer Fords now, they are above the 6.0 diesel. Fords have, like, I know Chevy for their Duramax has a 6.6 liter diesel. I'm not sure what Dodge has, but Ford has a 6.4, 6.7, and they have a 7.3 at least. So you need to consider that when doing it. Chevy has, in their new like 1500s, they have a new diesel. In their lower end stuff like Silverado and similar vehicles, not the heavy duty trucks, they have the 3.0 diesel. So you could go, and if you have one of those, you could go and get that Gulu 1700 one and be fine, or with pretty much any gas models, because I don't think there is a gas model unless you get up to like Lamborghini and Ferrari and Porsche and those higher end models, because I know with like the Ram TRX And the Hellcats, I think the biggest their engine is 6.2 liter or something like that, or even a 7 liter. So when you got that one that's up to an 8 or 9 liter gas, you're gonna be fine with pretty much any normal car, I believe, that you have. Because like my truck and Chevy trucks, the 1500s, any gas truck, like they have, the gas trucks have, like, I think the biggest is for Chevy in a normal truck is six something. I don't believe they have a gas engine above 7, so that would be perfectly fine for you, and all that stuff. And like I said, a V6 one, like my girlfriend's car is a 3.6 liter V6. I don't know if they have a 4 liter, but like I said, any gas engine, that's going to be perfectly fine for the 1700, and all that stuff. Now, the one I'm looking at getting, and because I would be willing, and the reason I'm looking into getting this one is, one, we stay at a campground, and you know, a lot of diesel trucks come in, and I'm one that would be willing to help people, and all that stuff. So like, yeah, I could go and get, let's just say the Gulu 1700 one for probably like $100 or so, or a little less, and be like, okay, whatever, that's fine, and pretty much help anybody that as long as they have a gas car, and all that stuff. But the one I'm looking at is the Gulu 4000, and that's pretty much the same. That will have up to, that can start up any gas engine. It says all gas engines. It doesn't say up to like 9 or anything like that. So it says all gas engines, and up to 10 liter diesels. So with that one, I could start a normal diesel pickup that might have the 6.4, the 6.7, the 7.3 in it. Perfectly fine. Not have to worry about it. That's a little bit more money. So you just got to figure out like what you want, if you're going to help people out and want to be able to help, you know, everybody out. Because like I said, even everyday drivers that have the diesel 3500s and 2500s, they got at least over 6 liter engines. I know Chevy now has, I believe their diesel's a 6.6. I don't know what Cummins has for diesels. I'm not really much into the diesels as far as possibly ever getting one, so I haven't really done the research. I just know like, and Chevy has, you know, they have like the 4 point something gas engine, and then they have the 5.3 gas engine, and then they have I think they have a 6.2 liter gas engine, unless I'm thinking of one of the Dodges, but I think the Camaro has a 6.2 or something. And then I know like the 2500s and 3500s for their gas, they have a 6.0. I don't know if they've really changed anything. So yeah, that's what you want to consider. They have all different vehicle, you know, liters. So you got to realize that's what you got to consider when buying a jump starter. I never realized that. I've always jumped cars off, you know, jumper cables. Never really had an issue. I did have an issue a long time ago where the car I had was so dead that I had 3 people try to jump start me with jumper cables, and it wouldn't turn over because it was so dead. So dead that I had to replace it altogether. And as soon as I shut it off anywhere, it literally wouldn't start again. So I had to buy a new battery right away. But anyways, the jumper cables wouldn't work, and I called AAA, and they came out right away, and it started right up with the jump boxes. So, you know, that's why one time that's why I'm also been starting to look into these portable jump starters. Plus, with a lot of the newer vehicles, you got to be careful how you jump start them. They got it set up so you can't even, some of the cars, they got it set up so you can't even hook it to the battery anymore. There's a special post that you got to hook it to with the negative and positive, and not even hook it up to the battery. And it tends to be hard to find at times, especially like if you're in a rush, and if the people's in a rush. So that's another reason I would like to get the portable jump starter. Like I said, I don't know if it's just, you know, the jump starter itself. I don't want to say anything bad about it. If it's just not powerful enough to start the older V8 engines versus my new one. Now that I know that there's a lot of differences you got to consider. Like I said, there's one that showed, I don't know if it was the same brand, that said 5.5 liter diesel. And I honestly don't know of any 5.5 liter diesels. The smallest I know is like the smallest I know is like a 3.0. And like I said, that's in the Chevys for their new Duramaxes. That's in like the 1500s. I think it might be in a couple other vehicles. They're starting to put the engine in, like the new Tahoes. A couple other vehicles, they're starting to put the Duramax 3.0 in it. But any like 2500s and 3500s and 4500s, they got at least a 6 liter engine. I know Chevy only has one. I think, like I said, it's a 6.6. I don't know what Dodge has, Ram, but Ford has the 6.0 Power Stroke, 6.4 Power Stroke, 6.7 Power Stroke, and 7.3 Power Stroke. So, like I said, if you get the lower end model, the one that says up to 5.5 liter diesels or 6 liter diesels, if you have to help someone with a 6.4, 6.7, a Chevy, possibly a Ram, it's not gonna work. So that's why I would consider getting, you know, like the 4000 one. You know, like I said, the 4000 one shows up to a 10 liter diesel, all gas cars. So, and they also have, yeah, they're a little bit bulky, a little on the heavy side, but they will also work as a portable charger for your phone. They have like Gulu. I don't know about any of the other brands, but Gulu will come with like a cigarette lighter adapter, so you could use it with a air compressor. You plug in, it's got like little round plug that you would hook, you know, plug into your computer, your power cord into your computer, and then it has the cigarette like lighter end that you would have in your like car. that you'd plug an air compressor in. So that's a good feature. It's got a couple USB ports. Comes with a couple USB cords. It's got quick charge setup, so it will charge quickly. It's got a flashlight that has flashlight, strobe, and SOS. Some of the ones I've noticed, they even have like multicolors ones. So like if you break down, you can have like a multicolor one, like red and stuff, to warn people and all that stuff. So I think that's a cool feature. So it's definitely something to consider. Like I said, make sure you do your research. Make sure you have the right one for your car. You know, try to figure out whether you are gonna help other people out, and all that stuff. Because if you're just gonna get it for yourself and you have like a V6 car, or you know, just a little car, and you're only going to use it for yourself, then why would you know, what's the point of spending like almost $200-300 when you can get one that, like I said, the 1000 one, the 1700 one from Gulu will start up to like 9-liter cars. And I don't know of any normal cars that are above 6 or 7, you know, because I don't think even the Hellcat, that's 707 horsepower and supercharged, I think that only has like a 6 something liter, or maybe at the very least a 7.2. So that one right there will start pretty much all gas cars. You know, the only reason to consider any other one is if you have friends who have diesel trucks, or diesel vehicles, or if you have a diesel vehicle, or if you're, you know, one at a campground and, you know, somebody might need your help. You know, a lot of people that have trucks that have campers, you know, a lot of them have diesel, so that's all something to take in effect, you know, in effect. So I really don't want to make this video any longer than I already have. For some reason it stopped recording, and I know that video was like 17 minutes long as it was, and this is going on 6 minutes long. So I hope that you know, I just wanted to give a really detailed, explain it a lot. I hope that helps you out in deciding what jump starter to get and all that stuff. And hope you like this video, and thanks for watching, and have a great day.